I turned riches, and I turned strings. I did the things that meant the most to me. That's why I stand up tall, cause I'm still here to make my name. Let's go for a ride down Main.
What's up? Welcome back. Today's test drive a 1970 Chevy Nova custom green paint job. This one's got a built 350 under the hood. They're saying 383 all over the car. Does have aluminum heads, upgraded belt system in the front. Look at all their pulleys. A lot of money put into this motor. We do have power steering, but no power brakes. It's also upgraded aluminum radiator with electric fans, upgraded exhaust. It's gonna be a fun test drive. I believe this one's got a shift kit as well. Set of Cragar's disc brakes in the front. Vinyl top, dual exhaust. Don't forget our 100 detailed pictures we provide. It's all at maplemotors.com. And of course, when I do these videos, I'm looking for flaws, chips, scratches, rust, dents. We don't consider ourselves a repair shop. We do fix certain things, but whatever you see in this video is how we're selling the car. Guys, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Checking out the interior, it's pretty nice. Aftermarket steering wheel, place your bets. Do you think the horn works? Showing 38,000 miles on the dash. Of course, it's hard to stand behind that. Just because it is a 1970 model and stuff could quit working and stop turning over and so on. B&M shifter here in the floor. You've also got 3 different gauges, and you've got aftermarket Alpine radio, aftermarket seats as well. Back seat looks pretty stock. Package trays clean with a set of speakers in it. Headliner looks nice. Start it up. Now notice it does start up good. We've got a gas gauge. It's all the way on E over here. So we're gonna stop and get a little bit of fuel. Got a tach on the dash too, and it works. Oil pressure's good. Got high oil pressure. Everything's working other than, let's try this radio. I haven't tried to turn it on yet. Says source and power there. It doesn't look like it's cutting on. It could just be disconnected. Blower motor on this one is working. Blower motor is blowing. Stiff switch. Wipers. It only works on low. Well, the wipers only work on low. When you go to high, it cuts off. Well, pretty much it. What do you think about the horn? Man, it works good. Check the glove box. Nice glove box in this one. Check the ashtray, no ashes. And if I figure out the radio, I'll let you know. But for now, let's hit the road. See how this one runs and drives. Okay, so I've let this thing warm up. We're at 190 on the engine temperature, which is a great temp, and it hasn't really got any higher than that. Sitting here, let it idle, just making sure everything's in working order there. Seat belt's a little bit stuck under the seat here, but I got it, so we're good there. Now we're going to take off down the road, and of course we'll try reverse. And I feel like I'm pretty thorough in these videos, so I'll try not to miss any kind of issue. But if you see something throughout the video that you need me to go over more, that's what I do, guys. I'll send you more videos, no problem at all. Just obviously be a potential buyer. Not trying to waste time or anything, because I've got lots and lots of cars to test drive. Looks like it's got new seals in the door here. Can't believe we got a cold shot. It's gonna be 70 again tomorrow, but today the high was like 40. Here we go. Definitely got a shift kit. They told me it did. Speedo seems pretty accurate there. Steering is tight and straight as can be. Let's try these brakes before we get going too far there. Brakes are good. They don't feel bad at all. Back in our throttle. Got some good pep there. What happens when I floor it? Nice and smooth power. Now we're gonna stop and get a little gas because I'm concerned that we're going to run out. Right now, the gas gauge is below E. It could be wrong. It could just not work. She's definitely taking all the throttle. I'm not missing a beat. And even though it's manual brakes, it feels pretty good. Real mean shift kit there. I bet this thing barks the tires hard if you get on it. The suspension feels pretty smooth on this one as well. Now what we're going to do is go in here and get a little bit of gas. Of course, after this, we're going to get some outside shots like I always do. And just keep checking this car over. I'll keep running it for probably the next 30 minutes. And then we're going to do picking out the flaws. That's chips, scratches, rusts, and dents. If you haven't stuck around throughout the whole video and you're wanting to buy, I do consider watching every bit of it, because I'm going to go over any kind of issues. You know, I get some people that'll call sometimes and they're like, yeah, I watched the video 3 times, but what they're doing is skipping around all over the place. Well, you're going to miss something. And if you're trying to buy it and you're spending this kind of money, I would feel more comfortable if you watch the whole thing. All right, guys. And there's also those 100 detail pictures. That's important as well as calling us, and we'll help you out. All right, I'm going to get some gas. I'll be back. Engine temperature is at 195. Oil pressure's at 35. You rev it, it jumps up to 45. Almost hit 50 there. All right, we got $19.99 worth of gas in this one. That's 5.8 on the gallons. 93 octanes what we're running. Gas cap looks new. Tag looks new. So far, this thing's checking out to be a pretty nice car. Go ahead and jump in here. Let's see if this gas gauge actually works. I'm turning the key. It's not moving, guys. So we did have fuel, but at least now we know we have fuel. Starts up good. Let's hit the road. Okay, we're heading out. Gas gauge actually came up and started working, so that's good news. We'll around that water there. Try not to get in it too much. Now, so far, so good. This thing's been doing great. We're at 195 on the engine temperature. We're also at 40 on the oil pressure, just driving down the road right here. I give it a little bit of gas. I'm already at 55, almost 60 pounds of oil pressure. Motor's pretty hot. It's in good shape. Try to get back before it starts raining. It got mist out here right now. And I've only got one test drive left, and I'll have all the links at maplemotors.com. Some people don't understand that now. If you're on YouTube, that's awesome. That's where it's going to send you. But you need to go to Google, type in maplemotors.com, and look at our main website. Hit inventory. Every single vehicle typically has a test drive video already linked on that page. You can watch them early. You can see them as soon as we release cars on Monday. We put it all there for you. Make it real easy. Doing a little back road driving. Go, guys. A little bit of wind noise coming from the door jambs. Speedo definitely seems a little bit fast now, because I'm probably going about 35 to 40 and it says 55. Bump coming up halfway down this road. As long as these guys keep moving, I can hit it at a decent speed. Yeah, there we go. Bump here. Good. A little bit stiff in the back compared to the front, and I have noticed that kind of the whole test drive, a little bit stiff in the back, but the suspension still feels fine. But just comparing it to the others that I've done this week, some of them are, I mean, you're like riding on clouds. Let's see. There it goes. Got that turn signal to stay on. This one clicks off when you turn, so. Little tire rub coming from the front left there. Stab it. Instant response there. Guys, we're pulling back into Maple Motors. If you haven't already, please share, hit like, and subscribe to the channel. We're getting so close to the goal, and with your help I can reach that, guys. Thank you for sticking around. So picking out the flaws is important, and that's why I said watch through the whole video, because there is some little rust spots that I found. There is some chips, and you need to know about that stuff. You can also see that at maplemotors.com under the 100 detailed pictures, and I'll be back. All right, let's walk this ride. Chips, scratches, rust dents, anything I can find coming around the front. There's some oil smeared on the front of that piece. I think that could be cleaned up. It's probably like some Armor All or something. There's a little scratch there on your trim. Got some blemishes right below the grill. Little chips. Scuffs on your trim there. Coming down the side. Little imperfections here. Looking at our tires. Up and over the fender well. Little rust bubbles at the bottom of the door. Some in the back here as well. And over the fender wells. And a little bubble in the back here. Well, that piece used to be orange. In the rear, chip. Got some paint popping off and bubbling up here. Crack right here in the lock. Up here above the door handle too. Spot here on the side. Coming on down. Chips on the edge of the door. A little bit of pitting on the marker light. Over the top of the fender, a little bubble. Trim's sitting a little high. And got some chips there. Front windshield looks good. Pillar looks solid. Now what I'm talking about is underneath these vinyl tops, a lot of times you'll get little bubbles, and that's rust. This one looks solid. It doesn't look like it has any. We're going to work our way all the way around it, but I'm going to finish the door here. Somebody added an extra mirror to the mirror. It actually helps. Seal looks good on your vent window. It's been replaced. Got a crack here in the paint, some chips, pillar. Up top as well, you got a little spots that are chipped up. Bubbles popping up around that. Pitting. A lot of times you could push down and feel this. I got a stain up here. I don't know what that's from. A few of them. Few stains on the vinyl top. It might be able to be cleaned off. Maybe sap or something. I don't know. This is glued down, but edges are not perfect. There's a little air bubble in there. Your back window looks pretty good. Chip. Bumper on the back of this looks pretty good. Chips below the tail light in that jam as well. Seal needs to be re-glued. It's too tight. That's pulling up. Chips on the edge. Down in your trunk, you got a little bit of leak You could see where the water was. It rained a whole bunch last night. I don't actually see actual water in here right now, but you could see where it was. Stained the paint in the trunk. And yes, our cars sit outside till they sell, but typically we only have them on the lot for like a week. Some things will sit on there for a month, but our turnover rate's pretty good because we keep the prices down. Shutting the trunk. Zip around that lock there. And no, guys, we don't take any of our cars to auctions. There was somebody that said that the other day. They said the only way they're selling them cars, they're just taking them to auctions. Well, we don't actually take any. Actually, I don't even remember the last time we took any cars to an auction. It's been over 10 years, so. A little line there on the edge of the trunk lid is a different color. Coming down this side and we'll work our way up. Back tires look good. The rims there got a little bit of pitting in them. Steel wool should be able to take care of a lot of that. Little bubbles at the bottom here. Little bubbles in the corner of the door, just like the other side. See a spot there. Bubbles up here. Been over. Back that midsection. Little scratches on the side that should come out. Little scuffs here. Same thing on this side, and it's probably just due to the vinyl top. You see it got some rust bubbles popping up. And what happens is the water will come down and get below this trim under the paint, and it'll cause rust. That's what's happening here. But the vinyl top itself, other than having a little bit of air here, listen, there's something in there, just on the edge. It looks pretty straightforward. I'm not seeing a lot of bubbles, or it feels pretty solid. It's smooth. A lot of times you can really tell if it's under there. But this one's looking good, other than these little white spots, and I think that might be sap. Touch up marks, cracks in the paint. Chip there. Chrome looks good. Seal looks good. Little chips. All right, interior wise, let's open her up and check it out. Door panel here. Well, seal's not new, but it's still soft. It's good. A little rust in the corner there. Door panel's in good shape. Same with this side, little rust over here. We've seen it on the outside of the door. Now looking underneath. You got your trim, you got some dings on your trim plate there. Looking in that back seat, okay, you can see the headliner's not perfect on those edges, but I think it's good enough, unless you want it perfection, and it's not. So carpet here, a little bit faded from the sun, but it's still in good shape. Seats look awesome. They're actually pretty comfortable. I haven't messed with the radio at all. It is old school. Maybe time for an upgrade. Pretty sure they're 50 to 100 bucks at Walmart, so that's not a big issue there. Fire extinguisher. Yeah, and that's with hands-free and Bluetooth. Those new radios are coming way down. I remember when single-in head units were big money. A little glue there, it needs to be cleaned off. Start this thing up. Look at that gas gauge all of a sudden working. So, now we have a half a tank. Maybe it just took a second, but the gas gauge is now working. So that's a good sign. All the gauges are working. What a beautiful motor. A little bit of a leak here. Brake. Put on down with the hood here. You got some imperfections on these edges. Thank you very much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you have any other questions, no problem, I'll help you out. Please hit subscribe and share. You can also hit that like button and it'll further my channel. Check out maplemotors.com, 3 different finance companies shipping all over the country, and I put out new rides every Monday. All right, I'll see you later.